Hello children, welcome to class 5. Before I'll start this class, I want to tell you one important thing. If you have any doubt regarding any new topic or old topic, you can jot down your points and WhatsApp it to me. Fine? Don't fiddle with any PPT which is uploaded by any of the subject teacher. Okay? If you have any doubt, ask. Fine? Through WhatsApp, you just note down the points, or while class is going on, you can type your doubts in your comment box and we'll see it. But do not fiddle with PPT. Okay? So let's begin. Today we are going to start a new lesson, that is sentences. Okay? So do you know what is sentences? What is a sentence? What is a sentence? Yes, sentence is a group of words that makes complete sense. Okay, all those group of words which make sense is called a sentence. It has unity, stands independently and express clear meaning. So each and every sentence, when you will read it, you will find that the sentence is having proper meaning. It makes sense. A sentence must contain an action word or verb. Whenever you will read a sentence, or you will find there is a verb in the sentence. Without verb, it is not possible that you can write a sentence. So you will find in each and every sentence, you will find there is a verb or any action word in the sentence. A sentence also contains subject or the doer of the action. What is subject? Each and every sentence, most of the sentences you will find subject and object both, but sometimes you will not be able to find object. But subject, the person who is doing the action, that is definitely there. So sometimes the sentence is include an object, but not always. That is a person or a thing that undergoes the action. Understood? So here is some I have given put some example, like cheetahs run fast. So here cheetahs are subject and run is a doing word. Very good. And then fast. So it makes sense. There are a group of words which make sense. Here you can see subject. Which is subject? This cheetah is a subject which is doer of the action. And then where is a verb? Yes, verb is run or chase. Yes, these are verbs and these are action word. Fine. So in each and every sentence you will find there is a subject and a verb. These three things are compulsory. Apart from that, most of the time you will find the sentence ends with full stop. It starts with capital letter, but always ends with always starts with capital letter, but ends with sometimes with full stop, sometimes with question mark, or sometimes with exclamation mark. Now why these such things are happening, that is more important. When we are using full stop in the end of the sentence, when we are using question mark in the end of the sentence, and when we are using exclamatory mark, and what does it stands for, that is very important to know. Fine. So I hope till here it is clear that each the group of word which have some clear meaning is a sentence, and then you will find each and every sentence is having doer or the subject and verb. Apart from that, as I said, the sentence always begins with capital letter and it ends with either full stop or question mark or exclamation mark. It ends with these things. But when and how it is happening, when we are using full stop, when we are using question mark, and when we are using exclamation mark, that you should know. Okay. So now these sentences are divided into two kinds. One is sentence by purpose, or you can say types of sentence, and sentence by based on structure, how it has structured. So first of all, according to your textbook or syllabus, we are going to discuss first types of sentences, that is sentence by purpose. So it is divided into 4 parts: declarative, imperative, interrogative and exclamatory. Understood? These are the types, which is based on purpose. For what purpose we are using which kind of sentence. Understood? And then we will discuss about a little bit, discuss little bit about different structure based on sentence based on structure. Fine? So now declarative sentence. When we are using declarative sentence, a declarative sentence is a statement that forms, okay, that it's a statement. Whenever we are telling general statement, or whether it is universal truth or general sentence, these are called statement. It ends with a period. Okay. So now what does it means? When we are talking about this, it means it will begin with capital letter and it ends with full stop. So this is the number 1 type. It is also known as assertive sentence. So now I hope it is clear that declarative sentence is also known as assertive sentence. Number 1, it is general statement. It starts with capital letter and ends with full stop. Fine. And now you can also say, when we are talking about statement, it might be anyone. Like if I say tomorrow I am going tomorrow I will be going to school. So this is a statement which is which I have declared, which I am talking about myself. So tomorrow I will go. This is a statement. Okay. So if I say the sun rises from the east. So here also this is a statement. This is declarative sentence. It happens every day the sun rises from the east. Fine. So whenever we are using such kind of a sentence which has declaration, which is a statement, we call it comes under declarative sentence, and it starts with capital letter and ends with full stop. Simple sentence, you can say any simple sentence when you will take, that will come under declarative sentence. Fine. Now imperative sentence. What is imperative sentence? When we are using, whenever we need to give to request or pass an order or demand, we use imperative sentence. Okay. So an imperative sentence is a sentence that makes a command or a request. If you need to give command or request, we use imperative sentence. It sometimes ends with a period and sometimes with exclamation mark. Okay. So now if I said give me a glass of water, so the moment I said, it means I am giving you instruction, don't go out. It means it is an instruction. So such kind of a sentence, whenever you will see, these are imperative sentence, where we are passing some order, some instruction. Do not touch the switch. It means again I am giving an instruction. So such sentences are coming under imperative sentences. Clear? So when we will use imperative, when you need to give request, order, demand or advice. So mostly it ends with full stop. Sometimes, yes, of course, depends upon the sentence, it ends with exclamation marks also. Okay. Like if I said, don't litter the street with garbage, it means I am passing an order. Okay. Please give me your pencil. Here I am requesting. Or if you say, Mama, please give me something to eat, it means you are requesting your mother. So whenever you are passing such writing such kind of a sentence or speaking such kind of a sentence, it comes under imperative sentence. Fine. So imperative sentence, again it will begin with capital letter and it ends with mostly full stop. Sometimes of course depends upon that sentence, it will go in exclamation also. Okay. Then if you advise something like you should always obey your elders, or so this is a sentence where you are giving suggestion, you are giving advice. So again this is an imperative sentence. Fine. So now declarative, where it is direct statement or direct sentence, or whether it is it might be universal truth also, the sentence might be universal truth also. In those cases the sentence begins with capital letter and ends with full stop. Now second was imperative. What is imperative sentence? It means we are whenever we need to give order, request or advice, we use imperative sentence. Okay, it is this sentence is having such some command. It is also known as command. Okay, then we will discuss. The next is interrogative. When we are using interrogative, whenever we need to ask information, whether it might be the information in yes no, it might be in detail, but whenever we need to get information, we use interrogative sentence. Now how to identify? So interrogative sentence begins with capital letter, but it ends with question mark. It might be, the question might be in yes no, the question might be with detailed information. So whenever we need to ask information in yes no, the question begins with like, can you log me in your laptop? Can you see this example? So the answer will be in yes no. Okay, can, is, the such was. If the question begins like that, then the answer will be in yes no. So that is called yes no answer. When you need to get information in detail, then the question will begin with all WH question: why, when, what, where, whom, whose. Whenever you can see over here, it is written why is too wrong. So here it means we need some information about it. In such case we are using WH question. Hope it is clear. So now when what is the rule for interrogative sentence? Interrogative sentence begins with capital letter, ends with question mark. Fine. Then it always whenever we need information, we use interrogative sentence. Number 3 was the interrogative sentence might be in yes no, or yes no answer, or WH question, where you will get detailed information. Fine. So when you are getting how you will identify the question is for yes no, then the sentence will begin with can, is, are, was, such kind of a word will be used. Now interrogative, when we are studying interrogative sentence, one more thing you need to understand: how to form interrogative sentence. Okay. So in simple, what happens in your as I said, it will change, the rule changes, and there are certain rules which we need to follow, that to form question from the statement simple present tense or simple past tense, we first split the verb. Now how we will split the verb? If the verb is in first form, singular form, so what will happen? Either singular simple present tense is there, what will happen? Either it might be likes, like, or something. If it is like this, simple present tense, and if it is singular, what will happen? It will come like does like. But if it is in plural form, it will what it will be like? Do like. Fine. So what we do? We split the verb and then how in the form of along with the helping verb or something like that, like does like, do like. So we split the verb. Then if it is simple past tense, then what we will do? We will add did. Fine. And then along with the past tense, along with the verb, like did like or did drink. If it is drank, it will change into drink. Fine. So If it is present tense, what we use? Present tense singular form, we use does along with the verb to form the interrogative question, and if it is plural form, we add do before the verb. Same way, if it is past tense singular form, we add did along with the verb, and if it is past tense plural form, again did along with the verb. Understood? Now, as I said, yes no question is there. So what we will do? If I said Ram is a good boy, so if I need to change it into yes no question or something like that, what will happen? Is Ram a good boy? So the position of verb, fine, the position of verb changes, the place of verb and the place of subject changes. So what happens? Here it will come like it is will move to before subject. Okay, if you have a textbook, you can see page number 90. It is mentioned over there how it is shifting. Like in your book, it is written Rani is a typist, and you could see Rani, the helping verb or the verb has shifted before the subject. Is Rani a typist? So it will become all these such kind of a question will come under yes no question. Fine? Is that clear? You are a singer. Are you a singer? So you can see the subject will shift. They change the place. First we put her verb and then we put subject. The moment you are doing like that, what happens? It will become yes no question. Fine? There are another example, many example in your book which you can if it is verb is also there and helping verb is also there, in that case helping verb will shift, not verb. If in a sentence, as I said, sometimes you will find there are two verbs in a sentence. So what will happen? The sentence will the helping verb will shift, not main verb. So like if I said Rohan has completed his work. So here you can see has and completed. There are two verbs. One is helping verb and one is main verb. So in that case, the sentence will begin with helping verb and then we will add the subject and then main verb. Like has Rohan completed his work? Okay. So this way it happens. Fine. Next is exclamatory. What is exclamatory sentence? Whenever you need to show your feeling, your emotion, your happiness or whatever, such kind of a feelings, we use exclamation mark. So now when we are using exclamation mark, it always comes in the end. Now exclamation mark, one more thing you need to read about exclamation mark. Mostly it starts with wow or such kind. Sometimes starts with how, what, such kind of a word also. Like if I said what a wonderful day it is. So again this is a exclamatory marks. It starts with WH but it ends with exclamation mark. Fine. So this also you need to keep in mind while studying exclamation mark. Okay. So exclamation marks tells you about, to show the strong and sudden feeling, we put exclamation mark. Fine. Now what a beautiful day it is, I said. Then there was a snake over there, or so such kind of a word you can see it ends with exclamation mark. Again it starts with capital letter, but sometimes few exclamatory words we use like wow, hooray, aha. So these are exclamatory words. Okay. So now till here what do you understand? We studied about 4 different types of sentences. which is based on purpose based sentences. These are, so what we studied, what is a sentence? So in that we studied about sentence is a group of word which has some meaning. Definitely it has some meaning. Then the meaningful words, group of meaningful word is sentence. Then we studied the sentence always begins with capital letter and ends with either full stop, question mark or exclamation mark. Then we studied that each and every sentence has one subject and one verb and a verb. It is compulsory, but sometime most of the time you will find an object also along with the subject. Fine. So, or more than one verb also you will find. So that is, without a verb you will not find even a single sentence. Understood? Then we studied about kinds of sentence. In that we studied about there are two kinds, sentences by purpose and then sentences based on structure. So today we discuss about sentences by purpose. So it means types of sentence. It is divided into 4 parts. Where what we discuss? We discuss declarative sentence, we discuss imperative sentence, we discuss interrogative sentence, and we discuss exclamatory sentence. So in declarative sentence, how to identify? It begins with capital letter and it ends with full stop. It is general statement. Fine. It is also known as statement. Fine. Then we studied about imperative sentence. Well, when we are using imperative sentence, whenever we need to give an order, request or advice, we use imperative sentence, and it begins with capital letter and ends with full stop, but it is always used for giving advice, requesting for something or passing an order. Fine. Then we discussed about interrogative sentence, and in that we discussed about that the how to form interrogative sentence also with the statement like and it begins with capital letter and ends with question mark. Then we discuss in interrogative sentence, we discuss how to form yes no question from the statement. Like I gave you some example, and one example is written over here. Can you log me in your laptop? It means it is yes no question. Why? Because you can see the verb can is before a subject. Okay, so here this shows yes no question. Fine. And whenever we are getting answer in yes no, we use can, is, am, are, and the place of these helping verb will be before the subject. Okay. Then we discuss about when we need lot of extra information or more information about any topic, we use WH sentence. Why, how, when. So such kind of information whenever we require, we use WH question. And this is the example, why is too wrong. Okay. So then we discuss about exclamatory sentence. In interrogative sentence, one more thing we studied, if two verbs are there, helping verb and main verb, both the verbs are there. So what will happen? First we will use helping verb, then subject and the play, and then it will move to the main verb. Okay. So this will be also this was also included. Then we discuss about exclamatory sentence. So in exclamatory sentence, what we discuss? We discuss about when we use, whenever we need to show our strong feeling or emotion or sudden feeling or emotion, we use exclamatory sentence. So exclamatory sentence ends with exclamation mark and also it starts with capital letter, and sometimes we use WH word also to in exclamatory sentence, like what a wonderful day, how beautiful you are. So such kind of a sentence we are using to show our feeling or emotion. Fine. We use exclamatory word also like wow, hooray, aha. such words are also being used when we are writing exclamatory sentence. I hope till here it is clear. In next class we will discuss about sentence structure based sentences. Okay, so we'll discuss sentence based on structure. So in that we'll discuss simple, compound and complex. Fine. Till then, goodbye.